What's going on, everybody? I'm not sure if I decided to make this. Not really. I don't want to call it a mini podcast because this is just another video of me riffing on the state of last rep. Um, the state of last rep and what I'm currently working on and the journey I've been on and kind of just going off the top of my head. I'm not really sure how well this is gonna go because I've never really tried to do sort of a 30-minute video of me just talking, um, as well as trying to do no cuts. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to do cuts on this video yet or not because I don't know how clean it's going to come out. I don't know how much dead space there will be, but I guess we'll find out and see. And I started to write things on a little notebook pad to see what stuff I want to talk about. As you can see, I put two things down because my brain was just shot. I couldn't really think, and I'm just hoping it comes to me as I'm talking. But real quick, I just wanted to put out there I'm doing not a surprise a pop up over at the Strand in Louisville. Thanks to my boy Tim over at Black Rabbit Volleyball. If you're in the North Dallas area, come check us out. We have playoff volleyball there tonight, so it's going to be some good volleyball going on. A lot of competition. I would plan on being there from 7 to 10. I'm not sure. I have a pretty early morning tomorrow morning for when I go to work, but plan on being there to at least 10. Yeah, if you want to come see some great volleyball, $1,000 is on the line. If you don't know about Black Rabbit Volleyball and my boy Tim, I've been doing it for maybe about a year and a half now, and I love it. I love the community out there. I love the competition. Everybody's so friendly. It's just a nice place to be for sure. And it honestly got me back into volleyball as well. I had taken a break for about a year to 2 years as far as volleyball, but yeah, going back there and playing in the leagues there has definitely gotten me back into the sport and the love for it. But like I said, I'll be there tonight selling last rep merch and just trying to get the word out to new people, new supporters, and yeah, I'm hoping it'll be a great turnout, which I'm sure it will be. Louisville, the Strand, North Dallas area, come check us out. Shout out my boy Tim, Black Rabbit Volleyball. And the one and only other thing I put on my notes is the 5K update. So a couple weeks ago, I had teased my last rep Instagram page about doing a 5K for last rep. And so I got a lot of good feedback from it. I had a lot of people reach out and tell me, how interested they would be in it and how much fun it would be. So I decided to actually look into it and do some research on, what it will take to actually put this thing on. And boy, let me tell you, overwhelming for sure. Just, a lot of work as expected. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'm not afraid of doing whatever it takes to put on a good event, but this would for sure be the biggest event I've put on. I mean, I wouldn't even say I've put on big events before, let alone events besides doing pop-ups. And probably the only other big thing I did was the Last Sippin' games we did a couple years ago, and that was just kind of ragtag thrown together, which ended up being a great video. It ended up being great. It was a lot of fun, but this 5K would be for sure a task that I need to be willing to take on and put a lot of effort into it, just so the final product ends up being well made, and just everybody gets their money's worth for sure. And um, presenting Last Rep as a serious company. Um, yeah, so like I said, I've been doing a lot of research on that past week or so, and it's going to be a lot, um, especially balancing that with and raising funds for it and finding sponsors and putting my own money into it, which I'm having to work extra hours to fund and um, just possibly create the idea of doing a Last Rep 5K. It'll be a learning experience for sure if I do end up going through with it. But another thing that comes to mind is having to do it, within the season. It's currently August 21st. Great weather for a 5K. To me, if you ask me, in Texas, it's probably only going to be able. You're probably only going to be able to do it within the next couple months. And an event like this takes planning. This takes time. This takes you got permits to get approved, and a lot of people to talk to from the city, and a lot of organization. So, for sure, if I want this to happen, if I want this to happen for Last Rep and for it to be a big moment, just in the Last Rep journey, it's going to be a lot of preparation. And my ideal date for the 5K, I've kind of thought about late September, early October, but again, depending on if I'm able to get the permits in by then and just get everything set up by then, there's no telling if I'll even be able to make it by October. Now, like I said, it being Texas, we can still hope for that 60, 70 degree weather going into November. But after that, I mean, I'm not really sure how many 5Ks go on during the winter. I'm sure there's plenty of 5Ks that do, but just the ideal weather for it would be, that 70 degree weather, and it also having to take place in the morning. It's going to be colder, what have you. Look, look at me talking about weather, dude. This, this is going great. But yeah, I'm just trying to hammer out all the details of what's going on in my mind, and me trying to figure out everything as I go. Because, like I said, I'm not very versed or experienced in putting on an event like this, but that's just part of the learning journey for sure. And I think it'd be a lot of fun if we're able to pull it off, because it's gonna take help too as well. So I've already had friends and other people reach out and saying that they're wanting to help. So that gives me a lot of hope. That makes me happy, knowing that they're wanting to support Last Rep and see this thing come to real life. So that's just a 5K update. Little details about it. I want to keep it pretty inexpensive. I'm not going to put a price out there now just because I don't want to overpromise or underpromise or what have you, but I want to keep it inexpensive and affordable, because Lord knows everybody's got bills out here, and I just want to make sure everybody who is able to attend can attend, and not have money be the problem. With that though, plan is giving everybody a shirt that signs up, of course, to run the 5K. I want to have music there, have some sponsors out there, have some different tables out there. I'm gonna have my own clothing rack out there, and little tent table, showcasing hopefully some new stuff. I have this whole catalog of new Last Rep merch, and just different designs that I've been wanting to put out. And I know that's always kind of the topic of a lot of these videos, is me putting out more designs. And honestly, doing this for almost 5 years now, which is crazy to say. Um, that's been kind of the hardest thing lately is um, trying to find the funds and um, the designs to not designs the funds to put out new designs. Um, because if it was up to me, I'd be putting out a new design every week, but that's just not plausible at this moment. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping for that. I'm gonna have volunteers out there. I'm gonna have prizes for first, second, third place. Uh, yeah, I want to have a whole podium where they stand on, 1, 2, 3, and everybody up there, first place gets something, second place gets something. I don't know. That's just my brain turning, and want to make this, wanting to make this a professional video, not professional video, professional event. Um, so yeah, that's just a little gist of it. Still very much in the early stages of putting this thing together. I 110% do want to make this happen this year. If I'm not able to do it in time, there's always the spring, which is, it'll be here before we know it. For sure want to do that if it's not able to happen this fall. That's just me being honest. Um, and me being honest to you guys and everybody that supports my mini channels and just the Last Rep brand. Yeah, that's the end of my notes. So where do we go from here? I guess we could kind of touch on reflecting for the past 5 years. It's 4.5, but it'll be 5 years in January. That's a long time, but yet such a short time, and I've definitely learned a lot. There's been some woes, don't get me wrong, but there's been some rainbows as well. And it's weird. I always get this like burst of energy to just like go balls to the wall with creating videos and just doing everything I can in a single day, randomly. Because I mean that's just the reality of wanting to have your business blow up and balance that with life and relationships and because at the end of the day you want your business to do great. And I read a lot of I read and consume a lot of I guess content, you could say, about entrepreneurship and different people who've taken a small business and kind of made it worldwide. And a lot of it is, you got to have love for it, and which I absolutely do. You got to have love for the business, but at the same time, they make it seem like it's that's the only thing that they do, and that's kind of where I differ myself from, because it's honestly not all that I do. Last Rep it's not on the back burner, but at the same time, it's not. I'll be honest, it's not something I do. 16, 17 hours a day. I have a day job that's getting at least 40 hours out of me a week, and I have friends. I have a girlfriend that I live with, and you can't forget about her, of course. Yeah, I just have different priorities, so that's me being honest. Like, this is my life, but at the same time, like, I have other things going on, and so it's just me trying to do everything I can to blow this business up, and hopefully it being my main job eventually. But also paying bills. Like, it's not paying bills by itself yet. Granted, it definitely helps with bills sometimes, but I'm trying to stray away from that, because it's not supposed to help with bills. You're supposed to take the revenue that you get from the business and the money you get from sales with the clothes and all that, and put it back into the business. And I've only been able to do that a handful of times because, again, just bills and other things that I have to take, the the supplemental money that I'm getting from this business and use it, which again, I'm grateful because not a lot of people can say that, to have a second um, generation of income come from a business of their own business. So that's just part of it. Um, but man, I guess I'll just leave it at that. 5 years is not something to scoff over, but I just know I'm hoping it'll be another 50 years that I'm doing this, and I'm still loving it. I'm still having fun with it, but I'll get one sale, um, just in a whole month. I'll get one sale online, and like that's the spark that lifts me up and makes me want to do better. You know, that truly puts like a battery pack in my back and making me want to like, it gives me hope to like, all right, this thing is still working. I'm finally getting around to creating the schedule with my day job and finding time to, if I'm not doing that, and if I'm not hanging out with friends, I'm going to be able to start doing pop-ups again, which I've kind of have been. It seems like I've kind of made this shift from, a lot of my sales coming from online to pop-ups in real life. And because in the beginning, when I first started, the 4 years ago, online was booming. Like, I was getting, I would say, 75% of my sales and my revenue from online. And like, I ain't gonna lie, that's the easy way to go about it for sure. When like you make a quick 40, 80, 150 bucks just kind of just sitting on your ass because you put the content out there and people have scrolled past it and clicked on it, and they see your website and they just click, boom, buy a shirt, whatever, and it's like, oh, nice, I just made quick revenue compared to going out, setting up, talking to people, having your social battery being at 100%, because that's what you need when you go to pop-ups. Is like, you want to be very energetic, you want to be excited about your brand, and kind of display that to people who are just now discovering your brand. And first impression is definitely the most important for sure, because a lot of those people that are coming up to your booth, they're taking time out of their day to learn about your brand. So your social battery definitely has to be at 100%, and you got to be excited, and no matter what you have going on during that week or that day, like you have to put that aside and just be really happy to present your brand, I guess you could say. But yeah, I've kind of shifted back into pop-ups, like I said, but I'm hoping to get back on the grind of figuring out why I'm not getting much sales online anymore. And is it my content? Is it the way I'm presenting my clothes? Is it not putting much clothes out anymore? Things of that nature. So I'm hoping to do both, man, where I'm getting revenue from online and in pop-ups and word of mouth and things like that. And it's trying to balance that with putting more content out. I've kind of taken a break from working out, at least weights-wise. I'm not really lifting weights much anymore because I've come to find out these past couple of years, like, I get bored after like 6 months of I'll get really into lifting weights and kind of putting on muscle, and then one day I'll go to the gym and I'm like, I don't really want to do this right now. So I'll switch over to like more calisthenics and doing more sports. And like, I'm really into pickleball right now, and volleyball is taking up a lot of my time, and just trying to stay active, going on runs again and hopefully biking again. Like, I'm back on that side of fitness, you know what I mean? And I'm sure in 6 months I'll probably get bored of that and go back to weightlifting, get really back into that, and making sure I have my protein intake. Um, so that's where I am with as far as I have to figure out how to make content around that, and I know I need to get back into challenges because challenges were like kind of a new way of staying consistent and putting out uh, original content for Last Rep. Um, so last thing I do is want to let my content side of things go dead, and like people are wondering like, oh, I haven't heard from Last Rep in a while. So it's trying to just stay active on that. So there's different things I have in my head that I know I want to do. One series that I have been thinking about lately is it's going to be called the Always Trying series. Essentially, I want to go around to different, not sports, different like just fitness avenues, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's the right words to be putting to that, but for example, I think it would be really cool to go to a gymnastic place and kind of have a one-on-one lesson with a teacher or trainer or whatever, and have them kind of go over like the misconceptions of gymnastics and what do people get wrong or what do people get right about the sport, and why is it good for fitness, why does that person enjoy it so much, and why people should get into it, because there's so many different sports now, with pickleball blowing up and volleyball starting to blow up more and more, I feel like, especially sand volleyball, or at least the algorithm I'm in. That's what I'm seeing. There's so many ways people can stay fit while not just doing the traditional lifting weights and things of that nature. And that goes with the food and the nutrition content from that as well. Like, so I would just want to go be one-on-one and try to create a great video that people would engage in with, and like probably learn something that, like, if they're even considering, like, for example, gymnastics or whatever sport I'm going to learn more about. I think that'd be a great series. So, and the reason why I kind of chose gymnastics is because, one, those are some of the most athletic people on this planet. Like, if you ever watch the gymnastics and the Olympics or just videos of it, those people are freaks of nature and all the greatest meaning of the word. Those people can do a lot of stuff with their bodies that seems damn near impossible to the normal human being. And I would want to learn to do, I don't even know what it's called, but you do a cartwheel into a backflip. I don't know. I know there's a term for that. If anybody's watching this and they do gymnastics, please correct me. But I want to learn how to do that, and I think that would be a great part of the video as well. So I don't know why I went into that rant about the whole gymnastics thing, but that would essentially be the idea behind the videos. So, and if y'all have any ideas about any sports that I should try out and look into and give it a go, please give me ideas. But yeah, that's I guess I need to wrap this up because I'm going for almost 30 minutes now, which is surprising. Really didn't think I was going to be able to do 5 minutes of just straight ranting, but that's the state of Last Rep right now. This is me being really transparent. I'm still getting revenue. This business is still, it's doing okay, and I want it to be better. I always want it to do better, obviously, and like I said, do this full time eventually. I've been saying that for the past 4 years now, probably. And I'm going to keep saying it until it's a reality, until I have my own warehouse and I'm shipping out hundreds and hundreds of packages a day. Um, I'm gonna keep saying it. So, um, yeah, man, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, I'm able to get that 5K going and everything else I've talked about in this video. And thank y'all so much. This past 4.5 years have been a wild ride, just personally and mentally, and I'm loving it, man. I'm still loving it. Um, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to still be doing it, and I'm happy to look in the mirror and say I'm still doing it. I feel like most businesses, trying to start it up, they die after 1 or 2 years, and I don't ever want to give up. That's for sure. And it's a lot of pivoting and a lot of stress, and life throws a lot of curveballs and speed bumps at you. And I'm just happy to say I'm still doing it while trying to do other business ventures and trying to balance life. I'm still doing it. So I just want to put that out there. And well, I almost burped. I'm sorry. Anyways, thanks for watching Last Rep. Yeah, y'all be easy. Stay fit. Stay striving. Live your best life. Last Rep.